Now that we have our engines apart, let's see if we can take a closer look. Let's see if we can look what those valves look like. Since we're working with springs, we better put on our safety glasses.
That's right. Okay, so what we have here is your cylinder head and your valve springs and valve assemblies. Now, take note that there's an exhaust valve and an intake valve. These valves are not the same size. The intake valve is larger than the exhaust valve. All right, I'm going to tell you about the procedure to remove these valves from the cylinder head. First step, you're going to need a needle nose pliers, and you're going to take off the valve stem caps. Now these should come off fairly easily. Once you've done this, you're going to need to take 2 fingers and place it on the face of the valve that you're trying to remove. Now, when you do this, you're going to maintain control of the spring at all times. Push down on the valve spring retainer and then push the retainer over to one side. Now slowly release the spring. The valve should come off easily.
Mr. Valentino, that looks like a difficult step. Can you give us a closer look?
Sure, it's really not that difficult. You just need to understand what's going on in order to take it apart. So, when you have this assembled in the head, it pretty much looks like this, okay? You have your valve, your spring, and your valve retainer. You'll notice in the top of the valve, there's a notch cut out. That notch locks into this section of the retainer, the center section. So when you install it, you put it up through the side section and then lock it to the center section. So to remove it, you just need to do the reverse order.
Well, that's not as bad as it looks.
Not at all. So you push down or compress the spring, then move the retainer to its side, slowly release the retainer, and then the spring should come out and the valve will release from the bottom of the head. I'm going to show you on the intake valve.
Okay, let's keep these separate so we know the exhaust and the intake go together.
Great idea. And one thing I want to point out, the valve stem caps are very small components. They're very easily lost. We want to make sure that we secure these at all time. Once again, we're going to secure the face of the valve with our fingers and then flip the head back over. Push down on the retainer, lean it to one side to release the tension, and then maintain control while releasing the spring. Push the valve through. Keep it with its respective components. And then I will point out that on the intake valve is a valve seal cap. We're going to set that aside as well.
Well, thanks for giving us a closer look. So now we can take off our safety glasses. Your instructor will let you know what to do next.